The reason most option traders are losing money repeatedly is not because they don't have a good strategy. It's because they're not operating their trades like a business. They're thinking of it from a one-off concept. Hey, I'm Sasha, the options coach. And if you've never heard of me before, I've worked with people over the last 10 years teaching them how to trade options. You can check out my website, optionsblackbelt.com. Now, in this video, I want to share with you a few minutes of how to transform that mindset and operate like a trading business. And when we look at options trading, what a lot of people do is they hop around from one trade to the next, thinking like, okay, hey, in this case, if I like Starbucks, maybe I'll go ahead and put money in Starbucks. And in that case, I might win $400. And that might seem great and fantastic and good for you. And then you'll go to Walmart and that might look great, but you end up losing maybe $300. After that, you hop into Ford and you make some money, and overall you're still profitable. And that sounds great, but there's no consistency behind it because you're hopping from one trade to the next. And at the end of it, it kind of looks like this, where most people are hopping around and they have no idea or concept of what's being consistent, how much money they're going to make. And it's just, hey, what can I make this week or this today or this month, and see what works. And unfortunately, that has no consistency with income, therefore no long-term sustainability. Imagine if a grocery store did that and just, hey, one week you see normal groceries and then the next week after that, you see like completely different groceries from, let's say, Africa, or let's say Costa Rica, or it's just like completely different groceries. Like, hey, at one time they sell rice, and then next time they don't sell any rice. They sell only pasta. So you want some consistency because you know what you're going to expect. So when we look at these things, what we want to do is set up things in terms of buckets. So you can apply this concept whether you're doing things like, say, technical analysis. So you might say, okay, this is going to be my one single pattern here, where it could be like a wedge pattern that you find. Okay. Another one could be based on support and resistance. Another one could be based on some other technical aspects like a moving average or something like that. Or what we could do is talk about this in terms of covered calls. If you're doing covered calls, well, you're doing covered calls on Ford, Starbucks, and Walmart. And when you're selling the calls against it, you already know, hey, I'm going to receive a certain amount of income by selling those calls, or just general appreciation of the stock. And that way, you know that, hey, every single week or month that you're selling those calls and the stock is moving, you're roughly going to come out with $400. That way, month one, month two, month three, it's going to come out with about $400. And then you add in Starbucks. Again, the same thing. You know roughly what you're going to do over the course of a 12-month period. It's not about a single month. It's about a 12-month period. And the same goes with Walmart. So this is the way we want to approach our trading business. Is we want to start looking in terms of departments. Just like in a grocery store, I've got a department where I might have a dairy department. I might have a meat department. And I might have, like, let's say, a chips or even a quick buy department where, hey, this area is making me a certain amount. This one is making me a certain amount. And during different seasons, let's say the meat department might make more money during certain times of the year. Or maybe the goodies, like during Christmas time, you might make more from, like, you know, the quick picks from that area. But at least roughly, you know what's coming in and what's making you money. And that way you're not concentrated on a single one trade. Otherwise, what happens is that everybody's putting all their money into that one spot. So this is how you want to think about it in terms of a business. And as you progress, you might actually look in terms of clusters, where you could say, hey, I've got a few different clusters or a few different buckets, in the sense of, okay, well, here's the meat department. Well, we've got fish, we've got ribs, and we've got chicken. Which one is making us more money? Here's kind of the goodies section. Well, I've got, you know, let's say chips, let's say gum and those kinds of things. And then we're selling also magazines there. So what is it that's bringing us more revenue and income? And if something's not working, we get rid of it and we kind of replace it. So anyways, this is how this all works and looks. And this is how you can really convert yourself into thinking in terms of a trading business. Now, there's more behind it. If you want, just send me a note down below and I'll send you kind of some more goodies and PDF of this. But other than that, that's how you really pivot this concept and mindset to really start thinking about it more like a trading business and pivot your profitability. Anyways, I'm Sasha, the options coach. I hope this helps. Truly appreciate you taking the time to listen, and maybe I'll see you in another video. Take care.